Before the days of multi-screen video chat from shelter-at-home orders are over, I thought it would be great to try and assemble a team of people to try and develop a story world and game specifically for these platforms. It's great to play familiar games in these new spaces. I've seen people playing card games or even just straight-up role-playing, but how much more fun would it be to play something that is tailored and new to fit what's going on right now? What excites me about this moment in time is the unique opportunity to build something in a new medium for as long as it lasts, to create a game based on face-to-face group video chat. And people play that game, and viewers watch recordings or streams, waiting for their turn to be one of the squares on the screen. The whole thing began as a vision of families within a house and then together with other families in other houses and friends coming together for a preset period of time, less than an hour, to solve semi-scripted story problems like an escape room or a lightweight version of a role-playing campaign, tied to a bigger narrative but built around the assets and liabilities inherent in multi-screen video chat, over-talking, lag, funny visuals, things like that. So, in the process of looking at some of these things and participating in them, I noticed that each of these video chats maxes out at around 9 screens for optimal Brady Bunch emulation, and talking coordination for more screens than that is still tough in these spaces. So that's how I picked 9 as the magic number of houses who would play each session. Of course, each house would have themes and costumes. Full stop. Anyway, the gameplay is a tough nut to crack, and that's where I'll need a lot of help from people that are a lot smarter than I am about how to write games. But I think that folks can get a sense of the high concept with just a few basic rules. For example, a house is made up of whoever shares your space in front of your video camera that you use to stream and play the game. And each house can be made up of individuals, and those individuals can have self-selected attributes. Now, more on those attributes later because that gets pretty confusing pretty quickly. Another key rule from the beginning is that each house itself can only act unanimously. Therefore, smaller houses, though perhaps lacking in a deep bench of attributes, can move to unanimity more quickly and solve problems and tasks more efficiently. The primary grouping of houses in this game universe is the NineHouse. As you might have guessed, it's made up of 9 houses. Anyway, each NineHouse must also act unanimously as a body to solve problems and perform tasks. For example, one task each NineHouse has to complete is to select a representative house to serve in the larger 9. The larger 9 is a group of 9 houses made up of representative houses from other 9-house groups. Think March Madness or representative government. The larger 9 also solves problems and performs tasks, also unanimously, with the goal of the whole affair being some big hairy problems, boss battles, and things like that. Competition is less important than cooperation, as only the 9-house that can successfully complete the tasks and solve the problems can advance to be represented in the larger 9. Houses don't always see eye to eye, but the 9-house can only act unanimously. Fail to act unanimously, and your house and your 9-house will not advance. Tasks and problems will often involve real-world activities, and real-world attributes are a factor. Do you know how to play an instrument, or do you have a skill? Do you have a particular branch of knowledge? For example, each house must quickly find a face cover for every individual in the house to avoid suffering from a global pandemic. Use only what you have in frame on video, and you have a limited amount of time. Those kinds of things. Or, everyone in frame must know how to Dougie without Googling it. I know that there are others who are out there who have better ideas than I do. And that's where your help comes in. Okay, here's what I need. First, I need people to help me beta test the game. People who are willing to play it and help make it better. But beyond that, I need help building the game mechanics. Someone who's good at figuring out whether or not we should have someone complete a task or solve a problem, or what those problems are. Beyond that, I need someone to help me build the greater story world and narrative arc of the game. So there are lots of levels of participation, and then I also need supporters, people who are interested in watching the outcome, and therefore are willing to subscribe to this Patreon channel to be able to see it on the regular. So that's how those three things work out. Please take a look at the support tiers that are available on the Patreon page, and let me know by direct message how you might be willing to participate or collaborate. I think it's a really exciting time, and I think it's a really exciting opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to trying to put something together with people, so I hope you reach out.